Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I just want to give a quick update on what's happened this past week. And, well, okay, these aren't so much as updates because I'm not a licensed channel that can... I don't think I'm qualified to give, legit news. I can pretty much just tell you what I think is interesting in my opinion on it. And pretty much hope to hear what you guys think, because that's basically what me and my buddy are trying to do with this channel. So first of all, I kind of want to start with some things that I think are not exactly all too great. I just want to start off with the things I don't think are really good, necessarily, good updates. And for one of them is that Sony just announced that the release date for the Ps6 is potentially leaked. And okay, it's a leak, so we don't know anything for sure, and I'm praying to God that this is not true. Not that I don't want a PS6, I just don't want it so quickly. I mean, okay, I just got my PS5 2 years ago, and I think that the lifespan of any good game console should be around maybe 10 to 12 years, because I mean, a lot of stuff comes out and you really want to get that thing. And it's a big piece of hardware. I mean, it's not like a toaster or a printer. It's not disposable. It shouldn't be treated as disposable. I mean, come on. I mean, it takes a lot of power to run a game. If I was to try and run a game on my computer, it would kill the whole thing. Because, I mean, I do a lot of stuff on that thing as well. So that's why I go for a console, because I don't want to go through all this. I'm not tech savvy. I don't want to jump through so many hoops just to play a video game. I mean, yeah, I'm not tech savvy. I mean, obviously there are some people who can just turn on a switch on their computer and game like there's no tomorrow. I'm not that sort of person. I use my computer for a whole bunch of stuff, and when it goes wrong, I panic. Yeah, so they potentially leaked that the PS6 might come out in late 2027 or 2028, and I don't think that's good. I think it's too soon. It's too soon. For fuck's sake, just bring it out when it's maybe in 2035 or something. Give us a chance to enjoy the PS5 for a bit longer. Come on. Just give us a break. That's all I'm asking.
I don't think I can do it either. It's simply asking too much.
Oh, that's the only bit of negative news that's the only negative update I can give you so far. The other updates are that the King of the Hill revival just came out. Well, not so much as a revival as a continuation, which I think is the right way to go. If it was a revival or a reboot, it would have just tanked, in my opinion, because King of the Hill is one of those shows that it's satirical in a good way, because the earlier seasons really they didn't kind of anything. They just really put a mirror up to certain things that were happening in late 90s America. And I thought it was amazing, and it was so very good. Not only just things that happened in the 90s, but also just people's opinions on certain things, as well as how they reflected on them, such as things as patriotism and political correctness. And I mean, it's not one of those cartoons that really tries to push the envelope on what can be considered politically correct, and it's also not like South Park, where it really just goes for gross out humor just because, well, they can do it because they're a cartoon, and they're also making fun of a political or you're just trying to make satire of a very important situation. Not that that's wrong or anything, but sometimes I feel like it's a bit too political for its own sake. And what I really liked about the new King of the Hill, and I'm going to make a different video on it in more depth, is that it did give me hope that people are listening, and this is a major win for Hulu, which is now owned by Disney. So in any way, this is kind of a step in the right direction for them. Also, talk about Disney, a cool update is that Gina Carano actually won her court case against Disney, which I think is good. I, for one, think that her dismissal from the company and from The Mandalorian was in poor taste. She said something political on her Instagram, which does not exactly, in my opinion, don't crucify me for this, I don't think it was that damning or anything like that. I mean, if anything, what she said was kind of truthful, that certain people were treating a certain group in a certain way, and it's not too far off seeing the current climate that happened and is happening right now. And it just kind of goes to show that, and also when Pedro Pascal was tweeting political stuff, he never got any flack for it, and neither did, what's her face, Rachel Ziegler, or Ziegler. She didn't get any flack for it because she was on, quote unquote, the company's side of the situation. If anything, Disney should not be a company that should be preaching politics at all. In my opinion, any entertainment company should never be preaching politics. That's what I think, because the minute you do that, you will lose a whole chunk of your audience. And I live life according to a Michael Jordan quote. I think it's Michael Jordan. I'll look that up later. Is that Republicans buy sneakers too? And I really hope people understand what that means, because I see it as you can make the people who are on your opposite political spectrum buy the same things you do. So this is actually a step in the right direction, that the House of Mouse isn't all powerful and they don't get to say anything they want to, and most importantly, they do not get away with it anymore. So I'm curious to see whether or not she's going to return to Star Wars, or if she's going to move on to anything else. But if anything, this is a major win for her. Oh, also some cool news is the Naked Gun reboot, or no, actually continuation came out. And I think it's actually a cool idea that they were bringing back the idea of spoof movies. Because when I look at the current idea of comedy movies nowadays, it's either very politicized, or nobody's allowed to laugh because the humor is not what the alphabet mob deems it to be. That's a shame, because we should not. When you make something funny, it shouldn't be. You shouldn't have to jump through so many hoops just to make sure it's liked by everybody. You can't make something that's universally liked. Obviously, there's going to be a whole spectrum of people that don't like it. There's going to be a whole spectrum of people that do like it. It's impossible to make something that is beloved by everybody on Earth. You can try, but you will fail. And game developers have learned that the hard way. Producers have learned that the hard way. And hell, even food companies have learned that the hard way. So, looking at how people are actually enjoying a movie that just takes the piss out of a serious genre like, the police drama, it does my heart good. And I think it has legs because it's produced by Seth MacFarlane of Family Guy fame. And I think he's got the chops for it. I saw A Million Ways to Die in the West. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was pretty funny because it took the piss out of Westerns. So if anything, we're going in the right direction when it comes to entertainment. I'm going to make a different video on how I feel about the current state of entertainment nowadays. And there's this one guy I want to quote. So, another cool thing is that Dave Batista is now confirmed. Well, is he confirmed? I'm going to quickly double check. Hang on. Dave Batista's. Oh, yeah. Dave Batista is set to play the villain of the new Highlander movie, which I think is amazing. I love Dave Batista. I think he does have the capability of playing a villain, because we saw him play Raban in the June movies, and that he did it spectacularly. He's loud, he's proud. Get used to it. So I'm really intrigued to see what they're gonna do, how he's gonna portray the Kurgan, because I love the first Highlander movie. Sequels are mixed feelings about that, but seeing that Henry Cavill's spearheading this reboot, I am really excited for it, and I have not been excited for a movie in a long time. So this is really, it's special to me, because I always like the idea of the Highlander mythos of immortals fighting a secret war, and how they've been and how when you kill one, you absorb their power. It's such a cool idea for me. And of course, if anything, they really shouldn't muddle it up with politics and stuff, because as I said before, politics ruin anything that's entertainment. So basically, that's the highlights I wanted to speak about, which I thought are really cool. And as I said, there are some stuff I'm hopeful for, and some stuff that I'm not exactly pleased with, such as, like I said, with the Ps6 coming out so soon. So I'm just very on the fence about. No, I'm not on the fence about that. I'm not happy with it. Let me enjoy what I have for a few extra years, and then come out with something else. Like what Stewie Griffin said in Family Guy. Eat one candy bar before opening another.
Maybe finish this candy bar before you open another one.
So that's what I wanted to share for this week's updates and opinions. And hopefully when I have time later on the coming week, I'll talk about some stuff that either really pisses me off or really, what's the opposite of piss you off? Not piss you on, I hope. Turns me on. Well, if anything, thanks for listening, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.